Welcome to the Change Management module of the course on workplace management. Today we are going to talk about why people are afraid of changes in the workplace and what can we do about it. It's important that when there is a change in the workplace, there is an impact on people, on employees emotionally. And this emotional impact affects their productivity, their satisfaction, their well-being. So that's why it's important that we understand the reasons why they are afraid of workplace changes. There are many motives why employees are afraid of changes in the workplace. For instance, there are symbolic reasons. Many of us associate a dedicated workstation in the workplace with our status in the organization. So, when there is a shift from a workplace with a dedicated workstations to an activity-based workplace, we think that it might be a shift in our status in the organization. We are also emotionally attached to our workstations, to our dedicated workstations, which we try to personalize in the old workplace to make it more homely, more natural. Also, the workstations we use may fit or unfit our work styles. If our current workstations fit very well our current work styles, for instance, we are doing a job which requires focusing and we are in a quiet corner of our office, we might be afraid that shifting to an activity-based workplace where we don't have a dedicated workstation will also mean that we will not have these quiet corners where we can focus on our job. We also can be afraid of the physical characteristics of the new workplace. So, for instance, going into an activity-based environment, we might think that it will be more noisy, it will be more crowded, all the layout of the new workstation of the office will be different. Also, going to a new office might have an impact on our habits. We are going to the workplace every day or several times a week, and we are get used to a given commuting route. So going to a new location might have an impact on our commuting habits. Also, introducing a new technology to the workplace will or may elicit fears about the use of this new technology. How can we adapt to this new technology, which is called technophobia. The emotional process of going through this change, the emotional process of experiencing this change was compared to the emotional process of grieving by Kübler-Ross. Later, other authors used this emotional process of grieving to build up a generic process of workplace change. This process consists of 4 stages. The stage of the discovery of the essence of the workplace change. Then there comes the stage of denial, then the stage of active resistance, and finally the stage of acceptance. It's very important, although, that not all of us go through all stages of this workplace change. Not all of us will arrive to the stage of acceptance. Many of us will eventually reject the changes in the workplace. The fact whether we accept the workplace change or whether we deny it or reject it also depends on our personality, our social background, or also on our work styles. There can be different results of this emotional process. Some of the workers will, at the end, accept the changes in the workplace. So, for instance, already mobile or workers who will be mobile in the new workplace are more likely to accept change to an activity-based environment because they are already mobile. They are not so much used to a dedicated workstation. Whereas other people who are used to a dedicated workstation and where their work style requires more focusing, more staying in the same place, they may reject or deny the new work environment if the change process is not planned adequately. There might be different reasons why we actually reject the change process and the new workplace. The authors who define the 4 processes of workplace change, they also define different tools which are associated with the stages of this process. So the most important tools are related to involvement and communication with the employees. But it's important not only to communicate what we as employers or workplace managers want to achieve at the workplace, but to genuinely involve employees in the creation of the new workplace. This is called co-creation, when we are not creating something independent of them, but we are creating the new workplace with them. This creates the sense of involvement and also creates a sense of control, because many people are afraid of the loss of control in the new work environment. There are underlying reasons, factors why people are afraid of workplace changes, as we discussed at the beginning of this video. So, if people are afraid of workplace changes because they are afraid of losing their personalized, homely environment, we can address these factors in the design of the new environment. We can create a new environment, design a new work environment where we create homely places, where we create a choice of places. So people will actually find the places that best suits their needs, where they feel at home, where they have a quiet environment. Addressing these underlying factors will help us successfully address the fears of employees.